Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. Ashley Norton, Vice President of Marketing at Blink AI, is with us. With us today also is Ryan Turner. He's the General Manager at Interstate Honda out in Washington. First time on the roundtable. Ashley and Ryan, welcome to the event.
Thank you, Ted. Happy to be here.
Excited to be here, Ted. Thank you so much.
Ryan, you and I chatting a little bit in the green room before we got started today. Sounds like a fascinating dealership you're at, fascinating opportunity. Congratulations to you on all the success you are having out there with Interstate Honda.
Thank you very much, Ted. It's been an adventure to say the least.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Ted. So yeah, we've our CSM team, our customer success team, they love to brag about Ryan and about Interstate Honda. That's one of the reasons we wanted to nominate them as a certified dealer. So, Ryan, thank you for being here with me.
Very excited. It's been a great partnership so far, Ashley.
and congratulations on that, Ryan. Certified dealer partner at the Fix Ops Roundtable nomination through Blink AI. So not every dealer can say that, and a lot comes with that. So again, congratulations to you, Ryan. Tell us a little bit about your operation, how you found Blink AI, and what pain points or points you were trying to address by doing that.
Yeah, no. Initially as a new store, we're brand new from the ground up. We've been open 24 months, and like most dealers, we've been battling expense, headcount, technology, how to maximize that blend and really make it work not only for us as a dealer, but more importantly for our customer base. So what we did is we went out and we looked for opportunities to increase that efficiency, and we vetted quite a few different companies in the space, and we had a chance to meet Blink through a couple mutual partners. Who had nothing but wonderful things to say. So what we really wanted to do was identify a technology partner, a AI-based, service-focused partner that we could essentially hand over all of our inbound, outbound phone calls and make sure we're managing those properly. Blink has done a tremendous job in not only helping us grow our service business, but ultimately help service our customers better. We've found that bounced calls have gone down. We found that customer interactions have gone up. One of the things that I always like to notice is, do I hear the chaos on the showroom when I walk outside? And Blink has really helped to manage that and helped us just have a smoother organization in regards to our service business.
If I can follow up, Brian, what made you consider the addition of AI and including that and incorporating that into the offerings at your store as well?
No, great question, Ted. Ultimately, we had been battling as a new store again, headcount versus profitability. And for us, we wanted to identify what was the most efficient way we could grow the business. And we found, as Ashley shared numerous times, is that through AI, we can dictate that experience and we can control our expense. It's been a great employee, the way we look at it. No sick days, always does what we need it to do, and ultimately delivers a great experience that we can help to coordinate. So it has been just a great marriage so far.
And how do the customers like it? What are they responding and how are they responding?
We have the good and the bad, right? And I say that because, much like myself, from time to time, we just want to talk to a human. And the system does a good job navigating that for us. But overall, I believe that the data has a story to tell. When we started with Blink, one of the biggest things we wanted to do was increase our appointment business. That was, without a BDC doing outbound, our biggest opportunity. So, with that being said, we've seen the data month over month increase, which has helped us to give them more and more of our business. Not only do we utilize the inbound side, but we're getting ready to ramp up to look at some of the outbound capabilities through campaigns. So they have helped us grow our day-to-day service business. And the customers, as you had mentioned, Ted, the feedback's been phenomenal. The efficiency, the time on the phone, and I review all of the phone calls, which they do provide recorded phone calls in their dashboard.
Wow.
which is another benefit, is I don't have to pay for an additional service, right?
Mhm.
As a manager, I can sit there with my service director and we have the opportunity to view those live. So customer feedback's been fantastic. Conversion has been fantastic. But I do believe that's because we've worked so closely with Blink to make sure we have kind of refined that process for a great experience.
Yeah, and I'll touch on that a little bit more. It's it's hard to find a good partner like Ryan when you're continuously developing your technology, and we never stop improvising and
That's
improving
right.
on what we're building and what we're providing to the industry. And partners like Ryan are always there to give us the feedback, work closely with our team, take our best practices, try to implement those. I'm so excited to see you start running campaigns. I know you're using some short URLs and QR codes and things like
Yep.
that as well. But he's that type of partner that is so important to vendors like us that need that constant feedback from our partners.
And Ryan, AI is evolving every day, every week, every month. There's new enhancements. So I would imagine that's part of the Blink story with your dealership as well.
Yeah, it's grown with us. When we started with Blink, and not to, lessen the technology, we kind of started on a version 1.0 in my mind. And as it's evolved, as Ashley had stated, is they're continually evolving, making the product better, refining it for conversion. They launched a 2.0 system earlier this month, which I was extremely excited to get on. It took us to a conversational AI base versus a transactional AI base. So not only have I seen the emotional sentiment of those conversations increase through that dialogue, but our conversion data shares the same. Right. And I don't mean to share, steal all of Ashley's thunder, but we've seen a tremendous increase in phone appointment conversion since the second rendition of the tool. And
Oh, wow.
it's our little secret, but I'm happy to share. The team is very excited, and Blink's done a great job with that.
Yep. And
Yeah.
that's what I've shared with you before, Ted. That is our Blink Voice AI moving over to conversational AI. Our team spent a ton of time just studying and learning to make sure that AI, that conversational piece, was ready for the automotive industry. Ryan's right. Like, we're seeing conversion rates. I just pulled up a couple stores on my last demo that I did. I mean, 73% conversion rate, 82% conversion
Oh.
rate, just high conversion rates out of the customers that are calling to book an appointment.
Ryan, those numbers are extremely high. Are those the kind of results that stand out the most, or is there anything else that Blink is doing with you and your team at the store?
I think at the end of the day, from a dealer perspective, we all love conversions, and more importantly, we love our showrooms and our service areas to have clients. I think that's the real testament. Is as I'd mentioned, when I walk outside and I went from a showroom or a customer waiting area that was fickle throughout the day, especially as a new dealer, and now I can walk in their standing room. That is the testament. Outside of all the data, all the KPIs, however you want to chop it down, when you walk out there and you see those customers with a smile, you see them
Mm.
engaging with your staff, that's the delta. But to answer your question more directly, Ted, absolutely. Our phone appointment ROI last month was over $45,000. So when we look at that, being able to track that return to ROI based on that Blink process and that tool is tremendous. So I don't mean to throw exacts out there or anything like that, but for a dealer of our size, it has been a tremendous growth opportunity, and we wouldn't be where we're at without them.
Yep.
Actually having a partner like Ryan is unique because not only is he retail, but he's also worked in his career in automotive with technology and technology companies. And I would imagine he's seen a thing or two come along down the pike. Okay. And for him to be working with you is very impressive, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think that is also, again, one of the things that stands out with Ryan is he's in his career seen it from both sides of the
Yeah.
fence, from being in the store, in the daily chaos, to also being on the vendor side, and knows the pain that we feel sometimes when we're just trying to service our customers the best way that we can. And I know he's a great partner for other technology companies and how we work together. So I don't know if Ryan, you want to touch on that?
Yeah, part of that is as we look to expand our technology stack as we grow our business is that integration, right? Do your partners play well together? And without that, you lose that. Not only you lose that
Oh,
efficiency
yeah.
of your business, but you lose that efficiency and the fluidity of your culture, in my opinion, right?
Hmm.
So Blink has done a great job to integrate with our pre-existing partners. We utilize Drive as a CRM. Blink does a great job pushing that information in a relatable, summarized manner that allows our additional AI tools to take that lead to the next level. If we're not able to re-engage that customer through Blink's outside resources, we bring them back into the CRM, and then we'll market to them through email campaigns, social media,
Wow.
and openly. Without that data from Blink coming into the CRM, we would never have that opportunity to retain that customer and, more importantly, re-engage them down the line for both sales and service. So that partnership and that integration has been huge for us, Ashley. It's been a value.
That's fascinating. Ryan, based on your experience and what you see happening in the industry today, and I think our industry has been poised ripe for disruption for a long time. What do you see are the biggest opportunities for technology to continue with improving in fixed ops on the dealership and customers' behalf, both now and over the next few years as you look out over the horizon?
I think that's a huge question. I think it's one that we need to, as an industry, start to have more conversation about is what does that evolution look like?
Mm,
The biggest thing that I think we need to kind of rethink is that customer journey. How is that customer getting to our website?
yeah.
How are those analytics changing through AI search, through Google overview, through a multitude of factors? And how do we really position ourselves for that next rendition of our business, right? And when I think about that, as service and parts is the backbone of our industry and has been forever, I think we really need to reinvest some of our digital space to service and parts. One of the big things that we're looking at openly is, do we build a new website that is dedicated to service and parts and
Mm,
sells secondary? I think as we've looked at this for so long, we've always looked at it from a variable lens. And I
yeah.
think this gives us a unique opportunity to identify um, the true value of service and the true value of those service customers and how we engage them and what we do moving forward. So AI is going to be leading that charge. And I do
Yeah.
believe that, those of us who are studious enough and willing enough to learn a new trick in our industry
Yes.
will continue to evolve. And AI will lead that charge. And I think we need to help that charge by putting up clear and defined guidelines, help managing it, and as I shared with Ashley, having expectations for that AI just as you would an employee. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people forget that or think that an AI is a set it and forget it. But we view our AI every day just as if it was an employee in the store. And we hold it accountable to KPIs and metrics. And we get with our vendor partners to revisit that and make sure it's optimized. And Blink's done exactly that for us. And they've been a great partner.
And you've been a great partner.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that.
Ashley, Ryan is a very forward-thinking dealer, okay? And,
Absolutely.
you could tell in the conversations, and, Ryan, just amazing to hear some of the things you're saying, and, exciting to see where this is headed, right, Ryan? And, where we're gonna
So
be over the
exciting.
next few years.
I can't wait. And I, like I said, I think Blink's done a great job positioning themselves as a valued partner in that space.
Yeah.
And I'll be open with you. I'm excited to see where the future takes us and to see where it takes our customers and our business.
All right. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes.
Ryan Turner, the general manager, Interstate Honda, out in Washington, talking about his experience with Blink AI using that platform. Ashley, great information as always. If our audience actually wants to get more information on what you can do to help them or maybe answer some specific questions they may have, Ashley, what's the best way for our audience to reach out?
You can chat with me live on blinkai.com. That is actually me when you chat in there. You
Is
can
it?
find me on it is. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm there. I'm around. And yeah, any way you want to reach out to me, I'm open to answer any questions.
All right. Thank you both on behalf of the roundtable. Ryan, appreciate your time today. And we'll probably come back and visit with you sometime in the near future and learn a little bit more about what's happening, if that's all right.
Always, Ted. It was truly a pleasure.
Everybody, Ryan Turner and Ashley Norton. Ashley with Blink AI, Ryan out on the West Coast, representing one of the most forward thinking Honda dealers, Interstate Honda, out in Washington, with us here today at the Fixed Ops Roundtable.